Many of us have been told that walking is the golden ticket to staying healthy in our golden years. But here's what might shock you. Leading geriatric specialists are now cautioning that walking alone could actually be accelerating your aging process, not slowing it down. While walking keeps your heart happy, relying solely on daily strolls ignores critical movements your body desperately needs after 70. Without addressing these 5 essential movement types, you risk muscle deterioration, increasing your fall risk, and potentially damaging your joints. The exact opposite of what you're trying to achieve. In this video, I'll reveal the 5 crucial movement patterns you should prioritize instead of just walking. These simple adjustments won't just add years to your life. They'll dramatically improve your quality of life and independence. Stay with me until the end for a vital recommendation that few discuss but could transform your longevity journey. If you're enjoying this information, please hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and let me know your city in the comments below. Now let's dive into the most urgent priority that's silently draining your strength every single day. 1. Strength training. What walking can't do for your muscles. Walking benefits your heart and mind wonderfully, but here's the reality most seniors aren't told. It does practically nothing to prevent muscle loss. After 70, your body naturally loses 3 to 5% of muscle mass each decade. Doctors call this sarcopenia. This isn't just about looking fit. It's about maintaining your independence. Muscle loss silently steals independence from people in their 70s and beyond. When I speak with seniors who've had to give up independent living, it rarely begins with heart or lung problems. It starts with muscle weakness. Whether you can stand from a chair, carry groceries, or climb stairs determines if you can stay in your own home far more than your walking ability. Consider your daily activities. Have groceries become surprisingly heavy? Do you push up with your hands when rising from soft chairs? Need help opening jars? These aren't minor inconveniences. They're warning signs that your muscles are weakening, even with your daily walks. Take James from Philadelphia, who recently turned 76. He faithfully walked 3 miles daily, believing he was doing everything right for his health. Yet gradually, he struggled to lift his suitcase when visiting his children. His favorite recliner became difficult to get out of. One morning, he couldn't open his prescription bottle without assistance. Despite all those miles walked, his muscles were vanishing. James's doctor explained something crucial. Walking primarily exercises your heart and lungs, but does little for the strength in your arms, shoulders, chest, and core. These muscles need resistance, something to push or pull against, to remain strong. The encouraging news: you don't need expensive gym equipment to reverse muscle loss. Simple strength training using resistance bands, gentle wall push-ups, or even lifting household items like water bottles can make remarkable improvements in just weeks. What's fascinating is how strength benefits extend beyond daily tasks. Recent research shows maintaining muscle directly connects to longer lifespan, better cognitive function, and improved immune response. Your muscles actually produce compounds that protect your brain and fight whole body inflammation. Here's a benefit rarely discussed. Muscle mass significantly improves medication effectiveness. Your body processes prescriptions more efficiently with adequate muscle, potentially allowing lower doses with fewer side effects. Want to assess your current strength? Try this simple test. Sit in a chair and without using your hands, stand up completely. Then sit back down and repeat. If you can do this 5 to 10 times without struggling, that's excellent. If it's difficult, your leg strength needs immediate attention. 2. Balance training. The life-saving skill. Walking can't teach. You might think that walking a mile daily means your balance is perfectly fine. But here's something surprising. Walking on flat, predictable surfaces does very little to maintain the complex balance systems your body depends on. It's like having a security system that's never tested. You won't discover it's failing until there's an emergency. Falls aren't just unfortunate accidents. They're the #1 cause of injury among adults over 70, sending more seniors to hospitals than any other event. What's truly heartbreaking is that many never fully regain their independence after a serious fall. The CDC reports that 1 in 4 Americans, 65 plus, falls annually, but fewer than half tell their doctor. Why? Because admitting balance problems feels like surrendering to old age. Balance decline approaches silently. Your brain and body have remarkable compensation systems that hide small balance issues until suddenly, one day, you reach for something and experience that terrifying moment of instability. By then, you've already lost significant balance capability. Eleanor from Denver learned this at 74. She'd walked daily for years and considered herself exceptionally fit. One afternoon, stepping off a curb, her foot slipped slightly. She caught herself just in time, but that moment of terror stayed with her. "I realized I was one misstep away from a broken hip," she told me. Her physician explained that her balance systems had weakened despite all that walking. Walking primarily challenges forward movement in predictable environments. It doesn't train your vestibular system, inner ear, the proprioceptors in your joints, or the quick response muscles that prevent falls when something unexpected happens. These systems need specific challenges to remain sharp. The wonderful news is that balance can improve at any age with the right exercises, and they're surprisingly simple. Standing on one foot while brushing your teeth, walking heel to toe as if on a tightrope, or gently shifting your weight side to side while standing. These movements create mild instability that teaches your body to respond faster when genuinely unstable situations occur. 3. Flexibility and mobility, keeping your movement youthful. When considering staying active, walking might immediately come to mind. However, there's a vital element that walking alone neglects: maintaining your flexibility and range of motion. As we age, our joints naturally tighten and muscles become less pliable, leading to limited movement and discomfort. This explains why simply walking isn't enough to keep you feeling youthful and agile. Think about turning your head while driving, only to find it feels stiff and uncomfortable, or reaching for something on a high shelf and discovering it's more challenging than before. These seemingly minor moments actually signal that your flexibility is declining. This decline significantly impacts your independence, transforming everyday tasks from simple routines into burdensome challenges. Consider Martha, an active 77-year-old who walked every morning. She believed she was doing everything right until she noticed getting out of bed had become a struggle. Bending to tie her shoes became difficult, and turning to check traffic while driving was no longer effortless. Despite her dedication to walking, Martha found herself increasingly stiff and uncomfortable. She learned the hard way that walking alone doesn't prevent joint stiffness or enhance flexibility. Why does this matter? When your body lacks flexibility, you risk developing stiffness that leads to pain and limits your ability to perform daily activities. The good news is that you can improve flexibility with simple, effective exercises requiring no special equipment. Dynamic stretching and gentle mobility movements easily incorporate into your daily routine. Start with neck rotations. Slowly turn your head side to side, feeling the gentle stretch in your neck muscles. Shoulder circles are another excellent mobility exercise. Just roll your shoulders forward and backward to release tension. Gentle yoga movements like cat-cow stretches or seated forward bends can work wonders, helping keep your joints lubricated and pain-free. 4. Core and posture, the foundation walking can't strengthen. You might be surprised to learn that walking, despite its many benefits, does almost nothing to strengthen your core muscles or improve your posture. Yet these deep, stabilizing muscles function like your house's foundation. When they weaken, everything else begins to shift and crack. After 70, poor posture isn't just about appearance. It fundamentally changes how your entire body functions. Look at any group of seniors and you'll notice a pattern. Many gradually lean forward with rounded shoulders and a curved upper back. This isn't inevitable with age. It results from weakened core muscles failing to hold your spine in proper alignment. Walking simply doesn't activate these critical stabilizing muscles the way targeted exercises do. The consequences extend far beyond looking older. Poor posture creates a cascade of problems: chronic back pain, restricted breathing, digestive issues, and increased fall risk. Many seniors find themselves unable to stand comfortably even for short periods at family gatherings or while waiting in line. The discomfort can become so persistent that it limits social activities and enjoyment of life. Robert from Chicago experienced this at 78. He had walked faithfully for decades, 2 miles every morning, yet found himself battling constant upper back pain and restricted breathing. Looking at photos from his grandson's graduation, he hardly recognized himself. "When did I start looking so hunched over?" he wondered. His doctor explained that despite all his walking, his core muscles had weakened significantly, allowing his spine to gradually collapse forward. The turning point came when Robert learned simple core activation exercises he could do anywhere. Instead of adding more walking, he practiced standing against a wall with his shoulders and head touching the surface, gently pressing his lower back toward the wall, and holding the position while breathing normally. He added seated pelvic tilts while watching television and gentle abdominal bracing while standing in line at the grocery store. 5. Joint protection. When walking hurts more than helps. Here's perhaps the most important insight of all, one that might surprise you. Walking, especially on hard surfaces like concrete sidewalks and shopping malls, can actually accelerate joint wear and tear after 70. This isn't just my opinion. It's a growing concern among rheumatologists and orthopedic specialists. As we age, the cushioning cartilage in our knees, hips, and ankles naturally thins. Our bodies produce less synovial fluid, the natural lubricant that keeps joints moving smoothly. And the shock-absorbing structures that once protected our joints become less resilient. When these changes occur, the repetitive impact of thousands of steps on hard surfaces can gradually damage the very joints you're trying to keep healthy. The consequences of joint damage extend beyond occasional discomfort. For many seniors, joint pain becomes the primary reason they stop being active altogether. Once that happens, a difficult cycle begins. Less movement leads to more stiffness, which leads to even less movement. Independence slips away not because of a sudden event, but because walking became too painful to continue. The solution isn't to stop moving, it's to change how you move. Consider low-impact alternatives that strengthen the muscles around your joints without constant pounding. Swimming, water aerobics, stationary recumbent bikes, and gentle chair-based movements maintain mobility without stress. We've covered the 5 essential movements your body needs after 70 that walking alone can't provide. Strength training to preserve muscle, balance exercises to prevent falls, flexibility work to maintain mobility, core exercises for better posture, and joint-friendly alternatives to protect your knees and hips. Remember, aging doesn't mean inevitable decline. Many seniors see remarkable improvements when they focus on these 5 areas. Your body can still respond, adapt, and grow stronger at any age. I encourage you to identify which area needs your attention most urgently and begin there. Which of these 5 priorities resonated most with you today? Will you start with strength, balance, flexibility, posture, or joint protection? I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this helpful, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. Next week, I'll share a simple morning routine that incorporates all 5 areas in just 15 minutes. Until then, remember, it's never too late to move better, feel better, and live better.